Data analyst portfolios are dead. The days of just building a portfolio and getting hired are over. Now, I'm not saying this to scare you, but rather give you the hard truth. But the truth is also that there's still a way to get a data analyst job as a beginner without any prior experience or education like a degree. Because first of all, a portfolio is not dead in every single way. But for most people, it's not going to help them get a job at all. So let's break this down once and for all. First, we have to talk about what a portfolio really is. Because frankly, it's crazy how many people misunderstand what a portfolio really does for you. A portfolio is just a collection of projects, a bunch of data analytics projects that you've made in the past and put together as one entity that people can look at and see your work, especially recruiters. There are a couple of different projects that you can do as a relative beginner, and some are better than others. You can do small or at least specific projects where you dig deep into a certain part of data analytics lifecycle, which is the process a data analyst follows. You could, for example, do some basic data exploration and data visualization. Now imagine that you have a dataset of a company's sales data that you want to analyze to identify trends and patterns and see the performance across different regions, departments, and time periods. That's a pretty good example. Now you can do this project using open source data for anyone to use as well for your own practice. This helps you practice using datasets and summarizing data, identifying trends, and visualizing this through charts and graphs. Some common tools that you may use for this are Excel, Tableau or Power BI, and Python or R, including specific libraries for this, of course. This is a very important task for data analysts, so if you do a project about that, it's likely going to be both a valuable experience and also look pretty good in your portfolio. Now, another option is to also focus more on the data analysis itself. For example, using SQL and Python to understand customer behavior and preferences from your dataset. I know that it sounds kind of similar to the previous one, but instead of trying to understand the dataset, we're looking to get some real insights into our customers. It's basically the next step in the process. Now, these are not the only type of projects that you can do. You can also do an end-to-end project. And as you hear by the name, it's going to be a much longer and more complex project. I don't think it's the best for beginners, but it will really help you go through multiple steps of the data analytics lifecycle and really get you to dig deep into the data. But Lucas, you just bashed portfolios completely, so why are you telling me this? Well, the thing that nobody's telling you is that it's not just about doing these projects and getting hired. You can do as many projects as you want, but they don't belong in your portfolio just because you spend a lot of time on them. And that's the hard truth. I think it's a problem because you spend so much time on a project and it kind of becomes like your baby. But the truth is that your portfolio can also hurt your chances and stop you from getting a job. First of all, a recruiter is only going to look at a couple of projects max, perhaps just one. So quality should always be prioritized over quantity when it comes to projects. You don't need 50 projects to get a job, and nobody's going to look at 50 projects anyway. The thing is, if an interviewer is looking at your portfolio and seeing projects that are kind of low quality yet still included, it can do more bad than good. Think about it. If you were hiring someone and you see a shit project because frankly that's what your first projects are going to be like, are you going to be interested in hiring that person? Perhaps the person even has a degree and took a boot camp. So you're just wondering, why did he decide to put this terrible project in his portfolio? But the thing is, this person probably thought it was just a good project, as I said, because it kind of becomes like your baby and your perspective may be flawed. It's hard to see the actual issues with the project itself. And this is what nobody's telling you. They're all just saying, do projects, build a portfolio, and yay. But they don't have the courage to tell you that the projects you do matter more than anything else. A project is not just a portfolio project automatically. So let's talk about how a good portfolio should look like. When it comes to the actual projects, I wouldn't overcomplicate it. Keep things really simple and have a purpose for each project. For example, you're trying to find ways to improve the business, and that's the point of your entire project. Now, because all projects are very different and your projects should be specific to you, something that you can work on yourself, I don't have a perfect blueprint for this. And people that try to tell you this, they're just lying. What I will say is that there are some great tutorials on YouTube, step by step, showing you how to go through projects, and you can use this to eventually feel comfortable enough to build them yourself. It's a great way to start, kind of ease into it, but you can also just throw yourself out there and get started right away. It's completely up to you. Both work. The most important thing to remember is that a good portfolio should highlight the in-demand skills that employers look for, and I have another video exactly on that, which you can watch next, but in general, it's SQL, a visualization tool like Tableau or Power BI, and Python or R. Your portfolio and your projects should emphasize your creativity, your attention to detail, and your dedication to the field of data analytics as a whole. And that's pretty much it. The thing is, can you do 100 half-ass projects to practice? Yes, absolutely, and it can be a great thing. But remember, a practice project is not automatically the same as a portfolio project. So be aware of this, and I'm sure you'll do fantastic. I wish you all the best, and if you enjoyed this video, check out this video next. I think you'll find it helpful as well.